Hello, everybody. I'm Ben from Ben's Repurposed Cabinetry, and I'm really excited about having the opportunity to get to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about what we do and how hopefully we can work together going forward. Um, I'm sorry I'm not able to meet you in person, and I guess that kind of starts me out. I'm a teacher. I teach fifth and sixth grade. I'm actually sitting in my classroom right now, and sorry the video quality isn't that great, but with the windows around, it makes it a little bit tough. Um, and I just started this business because I saw that there was so much stuff going to waste. So I moved here to Colorado to take the job as a fifth and sixth grade teacher. It's a multi-grade classroom. I have 18 students in fifth and sixth grade, so pretty small. And when we purchased our first house, I actually married the girl next door, the classroom across, the third and fourth grade teacher. And when we were purchasing our first house, our realtor said something like, you could probably move the kitchen for $5,000 because we wanted the kitchen somewhere else where it was, and he made it sound like it was no big deal. We didn't know a thing. I mean, we had no clue. So we thought, oh, great, $5,000, that's not too bad. And we got knee deep into it and saw that was just an absolute joke. I mean, $5,000 to move a kitchen into a different room and everything that's involved in that is just ridiculous. And we didn't really know what to do. So I did some digging around and I happened to get in touch with a guy who was redoing his kitchen. He had some beautiful cherry cabinets, and we went and picked them up. I remember we rented my friend's little trailer. He had a landscape business, so we rented that, drove up there, got these cabinets, and put them in our kitchen. And it was so much better than we would have been able to afford. And it just got me thinking, there's got to be a lot of really nice kitchens that are going to waste all the time in Colorado. I mean, Colorado's booming. There's many wealthy people. And where are these kitchens? And there's got to be a lot of people like me who would think, this isn't trash. This is really nice stuff, who would love to have it. And so it just started from that idea. And I started looking around and making connections with businesses like you guys to be able to work with them and recycle the kitchens that they're doing. So in a nutshell, that's what we do. Our business is finding the stuff and the logistics of moving it and giving our customers the information. So we're not founded on the idea that, there are cabinets out there that if you totally refinish them and all of that, they can be brought back to life. That's great. But that isn't what we're about. We're about the fact that there's stuff that's already nice, that is nice right now, that's going to waste that people would want. And so those are the ones that we're looking for. And so, yeah, our business is not refinishing. We don't do that. We sell kitchens that are coming out of a house that are looking good, and we sell them to somebody else. We sell them generally as sets, so we don't like sell a piece here and a piece there. We'll go to a house and here's their kitchen and maybe bathroom, laundry room. Maybe they have some other areas too. Usually we'll just sell that all together as one big package. Because we have a lot of people, a lot of customers who are building their own homes and are going to be using cabinets and countertops and appliances all over the place. So that's another thing. We don't just do the cabinets. We also do countertops and appliances. And on occasion, we might do something else as well. Besides those three main ones. But generally, it's going to be the cabinets, the countertops, and the appliances if they're going to be getting rid of those. How we work, we really work to keep it very simple and very flexible. We understand the fact that every company is different. So we get in touch with some companies and they're very involved in the whole remodel process, and they're a one-stop shop. There are many other ones who are not, who are very hands-off, like a custom cabinet company, maybe just selling the new cabinets. That's all they're trying to do. They don't want to get involved in anything else. And we understand that. So we can be flexible to fit in different ways. But I want to stress how simple this is. We work with a lot of companies that are simply giving our name out. That's it. That's really all that they do in the process. So they sit, let's say it's a kitchen designer, client comes in and they sit down with them and they're talking about the new kitchen, and in the process they say, oh, and by the way, we happen to know this guy who can help you recycle your old kitchen. Do you think that might be something you're interested in? Here's his business card. Why don't you send him an email with some pictures or something? In a perfect world, you would even, just tell us who the client is so that we could contact them and make sure that conversation gets started. But either way, just giving out the information, and usually a client is going to think, oh, that's cool. They never thought about something like that before. Obviously, they're worried about the new kitchen. That's where their focus is. But they think it's really neat that it could be recycled, used by somebody else, and who knows, maybe even save them some money and make them some money in the process. So when somebody contacts us, then let's say you referred somebody and they come to us, hey, I talked to so-and-so and wondering if you want to recycle our kitchen. The first thing I'm always going to ask for is a few pictures. So if you want to tell your clients that right up front, that's fine. Or, I can tell them that either way, but I'm always going to ask for a few pictures before we go any further. And once they send me a few pictures, I'm almost always going to have a pretty good idea of, yes, this is something we can make use of, or no, it's not. Obviously, there's ones that are a little bit close sometimes, but generally I'm going to have a pretty good idea. And I do that so that if it's something that we can't make use of, nobody wastes any more time. They send me a few pictures. I say, sorry, a little bit too dated for us, or it doesn't work for this or that reason, and we're done. The only time spent has been sending me some pictures. So really minimal requirement there. If it is something that we can make use of, then what I'm going to do is I send them over a little form. It's something that can be filled out in like 5 minutes. It just gives me some more information. How many cabinets are we talking about, approximately? What areas of the house, are appliances, countertops included, the address of the place, when you need it taken out, all of these things, so that we're all on the same page. Are there dovetail drawers and soft close glides? A little bit about the quality, but I try to keep it very basic, just enough for me to have a decent idea of what we're talking about. Once I have that, I'm going to give them a proposal. The proposal usually looks something like this. Hey, we can come and uninstall your kitchen for free and also give you X amount of dollars or X percentage of the sale once we sell it. And I do that on a case-by-case basis. Depending on the kitchen, I'll maybe tell them I can give them this much or maybe this percentage. And I just do that on a case-by-case basis with each person. But often it's going to include a free uninstall. We uninstall probably 80% of the stuff we get in. We like to do it that way. We obviously have the most incentive to keep it nice. And frankly, we have more experience in doing that than most contractors do because they're doing full jobs. We are specifically uninstalling kitchens. So we've done like hundreds. We've done tons of them. And we know how to keep it good. We know how to even save most of the countertops. So we really like to do it ourselves. We find that when we're not uninstalling it, we get into surprises like something's missing and nobody told us, or something got damaged and we had no idea, and now a customer wants to buy it, and there's this, you understand, we get into things with that. But that's not to say that if the uninstall is already figured out, we can't work with it. So just so you understand, we like to do our uninstalls, but it doesn't have to be that way. So then I'm going to give them some proposal, and if they agree to that, the only things that are left are, number one, I'm going to send somebody over to their house as soon as we can to get pictures and measurements of everything so that we can list it for our customers. And in a perfect world, we sell these even before they get uninstalled. So we put them up online, we send them to our email list, and we advertise them and hopefully sell them while the kitchen is still installed. And then once it's uninstalled, we take it right to the new people, or they come pick it up as we're uninstalling it, one of the two. So scheduling that visit, and then secondly, simply scheduling the uninstall date or the pickup date, whichever it is. And then, once it sells, they receive their money. There are instances in which we just offer a free uninstall and no money. It all depends on how valuable it is to us. But oftentimes it's going to be a free uninstall and haul away service, and then also a little bit of thank you in addition to that percentage or money. Incentive for you as, say, a designer, then you would be able to obviously give your client a cool resource. And I think that's probably one of the biggest incentives to most of our people. They want to make their clients happy. That's their number one thing. Bringing something else in, and that is something they're wary of, but what they need to do is they need to make sure that their client is happy. I strongly believe that this is something that's going to help do that. I encourage you to please look us up online. I think you'll find that we are a reputable company, that we do work hard to keep everybody happy and to do things fairly. um, and to benefit everybody. So I'm confident that your clients will find it a good resource, and it'll be something that reflects well upon you that you were able to give them that resource. And also, we do also provide thank you checks to the people that refer us, and we do that on a $10 per piece basis, a spiff, as I know it's often called. So the way that that would work is, let's say we get in a kitchen that's 40 pieces. We get in a lot of kitchens, and that would be cabinets and appliances. Then whatever designer or whoever referred us to them, then they would get a $400 check from us as a thank you. And so, an extra little bonus. Some companies have us go through them, like the check actually gets written to them. Some companies have us write it straight to the person. That's totally up to you again. We do it both ways. So you just have to let us know what you like for that. I think that's most of what I wanted to say, just a little bit about who I am. Like I said, I teach 5th and 6th grade. I do this business. And I guess another question that often comes in is, how does that work? I'm at school all day. I do have employees that do the different tasks for me. If your client is contacting us and talking about giving their kitchen, they're going to be talking to me directly. Almost pretty much always they will be talking to me directly. Other things though are done by other people. For example, like I don't go to the sites myself. I will not be able to go there, but I have somebody else who will be going and taking the pictures and measurements, and I have a crew who does the uninstall. So I won't physically be going to these sites. I'll be running it behind the scenes. So that's how that works with me being in school. And I'm sure I'm not thinking of all of your questions, but I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to introduce myself a little bit, at least through a video like this. And please come back to me with any questions that you do have or anything that you would like clarified. And I'm really looking forward to working with you. Thanks.